If anyone watches, I just hope you know that I'm not actually like really doing anything here. I'm testing some stuff. I have some overclock things. I mean, if anyone shows up to the streams, like y'all can talk, like I'll talk to you guys. But I'm just doing some stress testing on some parts because I see you one dude in the chat, so I'm not just gonna completely ignore you. So I'm just doing some stress testing on some of my computer parts because testing out my streaming setup. Because a lot of the time, some higher end games love to crash on me. And I've been messing with some overclock settings. So I just want to see what plays the games without crashing the games. COD, like Warzone seems to be my most thing that crashes and likes to throttle everything. Because it's a very poorly optimized game. So, I want to see... I wanted to run my PC streaming with all my stuff that I normally have open for streaming. Have, like, MSI Afterburner, Core Temp, all that stuff. And, like, run stuff just see how the game runs. So, we're just gonna see how that all runs. We're gonna run Plunder, because that's the bigger map. I have my normal settings going. Everything looks fine. A lot of times my game crashes when I'm loading into a game or stuff. And I notice that a lot of the time, especially when I have some really like balls to the wall overclock stuff going on. COD really doesn't like it. Just when it's such an unoptimized game, it doesn't handle when stuff is kind of being pushed. My CPU is doing just fine. I just repasted it a little bit ago because, well, I'm using the stock paste from what I, like, bought when I got it back, which would have been Christmas 2023, which, like, that's not old or anything, and it was okay thermal paste, but when I got in there, I realized I didn't put a lot of thermal paste on there, so, yeah. So I'm just watching Warzone, watching everything, making sure nothing crashes. I'll end up knowing... I'll end up knowing if it's Warzone related, or I'll end up knowing if it's overclock related. If the crash notes say overclock. I'm pretty much using, because pretty much what I did is I just put the graphics card through a stress test, and I kept buffing the core clock and memory clock until it started to get unstable. And once I got that, I just tone it down by like 100 or whatever the recommended spec was. So I'm able to get I was able to max out the graphics card at about plus 200 megahertz core clock and plus 1000 megahertz memory clock, but Warzone still crashes pretty easily with that. So I halved that, and now we're running that. And we're seeing how it does. I don't expect to get crazy frames. I'm not doing this for frames. I'm doing this for temps and stability. The game is running a bit slow, because normally it still does run a bit faster on, normally it still runs a bit faster on stuff. It could just because I think I changed my graphics settings a bit. Oh, wow, that is absolutely slamming the VRAM. Oh, and the game crashed. Alright, there's our first game crash. That one was to be expected. I just realized that, yeah, we're absolutely slamming the VRAM. Yep, overclock and stability. Sorry, but I think it's you that kind of has to compensate your Activision. You guys need to make a game that doesn't suck. Maybe do that. I swear Activision does not know how to make optimized games, dude. Like, I bet you I could probably play Ark with my GPU absolutely slammed on, I bet you I could probably get away with playing, like, Ark with my settings slammed on MSI Afterburner, just because that game is at least a little optimized. It's definitely not very optimized, because, yeah, but I've been able to get that game run relatively well on a GT 1030. So, I don't know. That's all I'm saying. If I was able to get like 30 to 40 FPS stable out of a GT 1030, I think I should be able to get a bit better out of a GTX 1650 out of Warzone. Alright, if anyone's tuning in, I'm not really doing anything crazy. I'm just, pretty much I'm streaming to stress test some stuff because, like, Warzone hates my computer a lot of the time. So, just doing some random stress test stuff to try to get it to not do that. Menu FPS limit 60. Okay, so yeah, we need to get a way to get that VRAM down. FSR 3, ultra performance. Alright, we'll have that applied. Yeah, we're still using like an extra gig of VRAM, like that's bad. Oh, what the heck? We have a lot of stuff taking up. We have a lot of crap, extra apps taking up stuff. Getting a feeling that Afterburner and stuff might be completely deep frying. No, it's not. What the heck? What's still using up a bunch of VRAM? This is what I normally have running. Something's got to be eating up a bunch of VRAM. And this is why I need a graphics card that doesn't frickin' suck. Alright, I think I've got enough stuff for it.